Welcome to the WBC Arena. Excited to be here for this one. I'm Todd Grisham. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time now for our tale of the tape. And here is Nigel Benn. He's 5 foot 10 inches tall with a 72.8-inch reach. It's the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs, 183 centimeters tall, weighed in at 73 kgs with a reach of 187 centimeters.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
And it's Nigel the Dark Destroyer Benn. And when you talk about legendary fighters from England, this man has to be on the list. Here comes the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs, fighting out of New York, New York. He is one of the most talented fighters in this division. Let's see what he's got for us in this one.
Look at this. These fighters are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from London, England, here is a middleweight and super middleweight champion of the world, known as the Dark Destroyer, introducing Nigel Benn. Fighting out of the blue corner from Brooklyn, New York, introducing an acclaimed two-time middleweight champion of the world, known as the Miracle Man, introducing Daniel Jacobs.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Todd, all I can say, heaven on earth. Heaven on earth.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. They ring the bell, and here we go. Right hook is finding its target. The straight right just misses. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
It's so hot, it's so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hell.
Nigel Benn down. Can you believe it? How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Pretty good start the first half of this round. No one would have blamed him if he didn't get up, but here we go again, and this could get ugly.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right. That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Clean jab. Big hooks upstairs. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Those counter. Let's talk about Benn in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Listen, you've switched off what you're doing. I need you to focus.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
They exchange punches. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
Speed generates power. Timing is everything. If you've got speed, you can knock anybody out. You've just got to hit them in the right spot.
Those counter punches have to hurt. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter-puncher smart.
He threw a punch and just got countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
What's that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching up. Yeah?
And there's the bell to start the round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Can't find a home for that jab. A lot of effort being exerted here. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Lucky that hook didn't score. Beautiful counter punch. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. And down goes the Miracle Man. I don't care how good your chin is, a punch like that, and you're going down.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Talk about Jacobs in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
They ring the bell, and here we go. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
The straight right just misses. That jab misses. A perfect counter shot. Can they figure out the combination to this safe? Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
And he just missed with that left jab. Got out of the way of that right hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
What are you doing? You switched up completely. Get your line back on.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Missing with that jab. Incredible work rate. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Punch, counter punch. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A perfect counter lands. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, well, we'll just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. Missing with the hook.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice job blocking the hook. A straight right just misses. That right uppercut misses. Down goes Daniel Jacobs. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Stakes and switching.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them.
The Dark Destroyer now in a very dark place. The Dark Destroyer goes down. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
We're at the halfway point, and there's no doubt who's won this round so far. So he's back up again, but he's got to think about his personal safety and future here, doesn't he, Johnny?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy. The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. And he scores with the counter. What heart! Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Oh boy, the Miracle Man now. And finally, Jacobs crumbles to the canvas. As we take another look, you can see it. The body shot was pitch perfect, and it won him the fight.
I've got to see that again.
Both men promised to knock their opponent down, and they were right in that round.
And they were heavy knockdowns too.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. Feel good? Good, man. Good.
And there's the bell to start the round. Both fighters knocked down in the last round. What do we have in store for us in this one?
That is showing the fitness. That is showing the stamina. That is showing the hard work done in the gym. If you can get knocked down and get back up and knock your opponent down, they've got it.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Stamina is off the charts. Jab does not score. Neither fighter willing to slow down. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Benn in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Now, breathe. Just get your breath back.
Just stay focused.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments. Nice straight.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Holding nothing back here in the round. Both men step back for just a moment. Good count. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Benn in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. The straight right just misses.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Benn in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
There's a lot on the line here.
What are you doing? Come on, switch up, switch up. Come on.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earned in out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Missed with that right uppercut. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs. The straight right just misses.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you.
Nigel Benn has been rocked. Trying to measure his punches now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Lands with a right hand. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Benn in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
It's when you talk about championship material.
They ring the bell, and here we go. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship round. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so...
Can the Dark Destroyer get out of this dark place? Looks like they've shaken it off.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. The straight right just misses.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. His stamina is off the charts. That hook doesn't score. There's a counter shot. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do